Hi, I'm Adriana from Phone Blast, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about switches as fast as I can. If you're upgrading your flywheel blaster, you'll need to replace the stock switch with something beefier. First up is form factor. There's two common form factors used in our hobby, micro switch and sub-miniature micro switch. This only determines the size of the housing itself. The lever style and length, as well as the contact tabs, can vary in size independently of form factor. So try to match up the space for a switch in your blaster to the measurement diagram of the switch that you're buying. If you don't have much room, go for a sub-mini switch. But most flywheel blasters can fit a micro switch. You just have to remove some material. On some blasters, you may have to sacrifice a screw hole, so be aware of that, and check both sides of the shell for obstructions to the switch. Next up is amperage. The amperage ratings you see on switches are for alternating current, not direct, so they're not directly applicable to us. The motors we use for Nerf have high stall currents and are very stressful on switches. We're exceeding the rating even on the 21 amp switches. When the switch is activated, there's a split second before and after the contacts inside touch where electricity decides to just flow anyway and arcs. This arcing damages the switch. The higher the current from the motors, the more damage per activation. But don't worry too much, because switches last for many thousands of activations, even with higher than spec loads. Unless you pull more current for a prolonged amount of time, like flywheels rubbing on the cage with high current motors, you likely won't burn out a quality 21 amp switch. If you have crazy high stall current, say 80 amps or higher, look into using a MOSFET. We'll probably do a video on that at some point. Long story short, the more powerful your motors, the higher rating you should look for. Lastly, we have materials. Quality of materials and precision of manufacturing play a large role in whether a switch will fail on you randomly or not survive the installation. Internal components such as copper conductors with a silver tin alloy contact pad will last much longer than a cheap metal stamped conductor. Better manufacturing tolerances mean a tighter, smoother actuation, and quality high-temperature nylon enclosures mean it's harder to melt the switch while soldering. Cheap switches work fine, but they lack quality control and quality materials. If you don't mind opening your blaster to replace a faulty switch, it's fine to go cheap. But we prefer to spend $1 or $2 more to ensure you don't have to replace a switch a few months down the road. Now you know everything you need to know to pick the right switch for you. Form factor, amperage, materials. We got you, fam. Finger guns. Oh, just do the finger guns. Don't read it. Hi, I'm Adriana from Dirtville, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about switches as fast as I can. On this episode of Adriana Reads the Teleprompter.
Got him.